What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Monster Legends. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button to show your support. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, today there's a couple new things going on. Had a bit of a busy morning, so I haven't been able to record yet, so we're getting to it now. First up, we're going to talk about the team race, obviously, and I'll probably do a different video about the Premier Monster and all that good jazz. So for right now, the Helloween team race, right? That's what's going on. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, some tips and tricks and stuff like that, and that'll be it for this one, right? Right. So first up, the race. I need to collect some food. Before we go talk about that, let me grab up some hot food action. There we go. Go ahead and get that going again. And now we shall talk about the race. Alright, so first up, the thing you need to know about races is there is kind of a way to cheese them. Not really, but you get a better chance at winning your races, right? That's using mini race teams, alright? You make a little secondary team with your secondary accounts, you get it to 50 war coins, you got 10 members, and you get easier brackets. So you have a chance to get an easier bracket that you can move your main team to win your race and get your 3-star legends, alright? A lot of people do that. I tried to do that this time, but our race team came in just a little bit late with its 50 war coins, so we didn't quite get a bracket. Kind of sucks, but that's the thing. Alright, just wanted to point that out really quick before we move on. You can do that. It is a nice way to get legends a little bit easier. But let's jump in and talk about the rewards, because that's probably what everybody's talking about to start with. The Undertaker. Now, I'm not going to analyze the Undertaker or anything at all until he is actually in people's hands. Because if you guys don't remember Montezuma, he was a race monster that he had tremendous promise. Everyone looked at him and said, this guy's going to be OP, best earth monster in the game, 55 power AoE cooldowns activated. He was going to be it. He was going to be the best monster there was. And then about 6-7 days in the race, they nerfed the living crap out of him, and he became a very mediocre earth monster. So we're not going to do any kind of analysis on the Undertaker. He does look pretty cool. He does have a decent skill set if it stays the way it is. Some res moves and things like that. Pretty solid support monster, it seems like. But we're not going to go in depth on him. So the Undertaker's your top reward if you win. 3-star if you get 14 laps plus. Always nice. And you also get a Barbatos. Now, Barbatos is a really solid dark attacker. Very good monster. You'd be happy if you get him, because he's definitely good. And the good news is, he's also the prize for 2nd and 3rd place. Now, Rabies is a little bit of a strange monster. He has some really high damaging skills and really high damage boosts, but he also kills himself, I believe, is like his big setback. Like, he hurts himself, he burns himself, he kills himself, stuff like that. So he's kind of crazy. He has potential to be good, but he's also kind of offset by his potential to kill himself as well. So he's an interesting monster. If you get him, it's better than not getting him, I guess. Rabies, pretty meh, okay? If you're down in this area, you're getting toward the butt end of the rewards, let's be honest. Rabies kind of blows, and then if you get 11 to 15th, you're just getting an epic, which really sucks. Alright, so I would say shooting for 1st to 3rd is probably going to be your best bet, because you get a Barbatos. Either way, a very solid dark attacker, probably one of the better ones in the game. So something there. Individual rewards, you guys all know how this works. It's 1,000 food times the amount of points you have to a max of 5 million. So once you get 5,000 points, you have maxed out how much food you're going to get at the end. Alright, also you have a little competitive deal here between your teammates. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd do get some cells from the event monster, i.e. Undertaker, and number 1 and 2 get some Elementium as well. So that's the thing, just getting the rewards out of the way really quick, talking about those for a little bit, but oops, wrong button. Oops, here we go. Alright, now, some of the no's that people run into problems with, right? And I'm going to go ahead and lay aside a myth here really fast, because I hear so many people repeating it, and it's I don't know, it's kind of annoying at this point. They talk about the Mersnake and Mersnake glitch, right? Oh, you can breed Razfish really easy with Mersnake and Mersnake. It's actually not the best breed to use for these events. I know people say it all the time. People, oh, it's the best, it's the best. It actually isn't, okay? If you breed Mersnake and Mersnake, you have a 30% chance to get an epic, alright? You do. You can get Razfish or Flip-Lock or whatever, but if you don't get it, which is 70% of the time, you're going to get a Mersnake breed, which is a 4-hour off breed. Alright, takes 4 hours to get that breed cleared out to try again. If you breed Mushu, which is a Rockula and a Mersnake, your off-breed is a Gastosquish, a 2.5-hour breed, which is weird that it would be shorter than the Mersnake, but it is. It's 2.5 hours to breed a Gastosquish, and the only two chances you can get is a Gastosquish or a Mushu. So you have a 30% chance to get Mushu, 70% chance to get Gastosquish, with a 2.5-hour off-breed instead of 4-hour off-breed, so Mushu is the best breedable epic for these events that I've found, okay? Mersnake and Mersnake is not a 100% guarantee to get Razfish. It is only a 30% chance in your off-breeds are 4 hours, so do not perpetuate that myth to other people because it's not true. Alright, so there we go. We're just going to get that out of the way really quick. Alright, now a lot of, like, we have one right now. First member to breed 5 epics. That's a really crappy node. It sucks because your breeding mountain only is going to hold 4 eggs. Okay, and you've got to breed 5 epics. So generally, these are the ones you have to gym your way through. You can do it cheaply if you do your breeds using your Breeding Guardian, which I would highly recommend if you're going to be doing these nodes. Get your Breeding Guardian going, and then do your breeds. Alright, get your 4 Mushus going, and then maybe gym the last 2, or just gym the last part of that node, instead of actually gymming the times on the eggs and stuff, because it is kind of expensive. So it does kind of blow. They're one of the worst nodes you can get, but you get them. Also, you can get breeding legendary nodes. These usually come on later in the laps. You don't usually get these really early on. But later on, when you start getting higher up in the laps, you are going to get breed legendaries. Again, your Breeding Guardian is absolutely paramount here because legends take, 2 days to breed. So you've got to have your Breeding Guardian go. That's like, was it 9 hours and something with a Breeding Guardian to breed a legendary? Super, super, super much better than 2 days. So something you definitely want to invest in if you're going to be trying to get those 2 nodes out of the way for your team. Get your Breeding Guardian up. It's going to change your life. Alright, another thing that's going on is the PvP. Alright, so we're going to jump over here. We're going to touch on this a little bit now. We'll talk about it again later because it's awesome. As you know, the refresh button has made a return to the game. Thank God. Thank freaking God. Finally, there is a refresh button back in PvP. So PvP nodes will be doable. But revenges also do count toward PvP node points. I had some people saying they don't count. They absolutely do. You can do revenges and get points for that node as well, and it still may be one of your better options because sometimes your searches are still going to lead you through, level 120s, level 130s, all right, from my experience. All right, so PvP nodes can be done now. It's great. It's great news. It's a happy day for everybody. Moving on down. Like you can see here, I've got a buttload of gold stashed up to be collected already. I'm not collecting it because you get nodes in race. I'm lagging a little bit here as well. You can see, there we go. It can do it. But there are nodes that are going to require you to collect like 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 million gold in one setting for one player. Obviously, if you've been collecting your gold every hour, every 2 hours that you get on, you're not going to be able to collect 12 million gold. And also important with these is to communicate with your team. If you're going to go for one of those big single-player nodes like breeding 5 epics and you can get it in a timely fashion, don't be like, I'm going for it, and then wait 4 days to get it done. That's not cool, okay? But if you're going to do something like these big gold collects, let your team know or ask in team chat and say, hey, is anybody doing this now? Because if somebody's already at 10 million, you go ahead and collect 12 million. You've kind of screwed yourself out if that node pops up again in like an hour, because now both of you guys are out of gold because you didn't communicate. So make sure you're talking to your team. It's very, very important in team races, obviously, because it's a team effort. But a lot of people don't do it. Make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're saving up some of your gold to collect. Most of the other nodes are pretty self-explanatory, like, collecting runes and crafting runes and stuff like that. They're not really, like, super in-depth. We'll just do one of these. But always talk to your team. Make sure you know what you're doing. When it comes to ranking... Oh, I forgot Rune Experience is on. We'll talk about that later, too, I guess. But, like, I was going to say something, then I forgot it because Rune Experience made me brain fart. Oh, yeah. Rankings and hatching and stuff like that. If you guys don't know by now, pretty much all of your breeds... Oh, as you can see here, to go ahead and dispel the myth, let's go ahead and hatch this one day. Sell this. Holy crap, the lag is real, peeps. And grab this egg up. As you can see, it is a 4-hour hatch time. That is a Mersnake. It was 2 Mersnakes being bred together. It did not give me a Razfish 100% of the time. So go ahead and dispel that myth, and it is a worse off time. So there you go. Alright. But when you're breeding for like the rares or just breeding in general, generally Pandikins is what most people breed. You can breed commons for like the, just the hatch 50 eggs or whatever. You can just buy Fire Sword eggs. That's always a fast way to do it as well. But when it comes to ranking and stuff like that, Pandikins are the rares you're going to rank. They rank super fast. Uncommon, Greenasaur is the uncommon you're going to rank. It ranks really fast. And when they do commons, obviously Treesard and Firesaur are your two cheapest and fastest breed and hatch times, so those are the ones you're going to rank as well. So there you go. Pretty much every tip you need to know about doing the race. It's not super complicated, but having the Breeding Guardian active and knowing what epics to breed can definitely help you out. So there you go, guys. That's going to be it for today. Well, not really for today, but for the Helloween team race, that's going to be it for this video. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, don't forget to leave those in the down there, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you liked the video, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button to show your support, and I will see you guys next time.